Welcome to the Real MacKay, the Scotland Today video blog. Now, we've all been watching the Olympics, and when Britain's been getting a gold medal, of course, they've been standing to the national anthem, God Save the Queen, and we saw Chris Hoy getting very emotional and various other athletes getting very emotional. But last night at Hampden, Scotland, Northern Ireland, the Northern Ireland anthem is God Save the Queen, and that was booed by the Tartan Army. That's caused some debate. Let's go to Tom first. Now, Tom, as we know, is English. Now, you were rather annoyed, shall I say?
I just think in today's society, if you can't respect someone's national anthem for just 2 minutes of the time it takes to sing it, because I think national anthems are very important to everybody, and sporting events especially, as you said, we've seen with the Olympics. I think it's really disrespectful. Really, really disrespectful. Now,
Neil is from Northern Ireland, and he was over filming with UTV. You've seen this before, yeah?
We have. You must understand the British national anthem in a Northern Ireland context is controversial, no matter where it is. Certain sections of the community in Northern Ireland certainly wouldn't acknowledge that as the anthem, so it's huge controversy, but certainly the Northern Ireland fans who were there last night are pretty passionate about singing it, and they sang it pretty passionately, and they would have been a little bit offended, I'm sure, by the booing of the anthem.
Does it bother you at all, or just the general principle?
Yeah, well, I guess I agree with the comment there that an anthem is a team's identity, and so if you boo it, then I guess it's disrespectful in some respects to the team that you're playing.
Cheers, Neil. Now, Stephen's a political producer and will be aware of all this. The whole nationalist argument and all the rest of it. What's your take on this?
Well, I think the bottom line is that I'm with Tom. It's all about respect. And I think a little part of me last night was ashamed to be Scottish when I heard that disrespect shown to another nation's national anthem. Now, you may not like the tune, it's pretty awful dirge, I have to say, the British national anthem or the Northern Ireland national anthem, but that's not the point. It's the anthem they've chosen to represent themselves on the international stage, and for that reason you've got to show it respect. It's all about respect.
As a Scot, though, we maybe shouldn't be surprised that God Save the Queen was booed, because we've heard that so often.
Absolutely, it's got a lot of baggage with it, that tune. I mean, quite apart from the sensitivities it arouses in Northern Ireland, between England and Scotland there's an awful lot of baggage, famously the third verse about crushing rebellious Scots. But we've got to put that to one side and show respect, show we're bigger than the third verse, and show full respect.
Okay, Stephen, now, Rahman, you go to a lot of international games.
Listen, I reckon it was totally justified. I've never seen Tom so passionate in my life, so I think God Save the Queen and booing should happen all the time. Yeah, I think the guys make a good point. I think there's got to be a bit of respect whether you dislike or like a national anthem. However, I would pose this question to any Scot who says, "Oh, right, it's absolutely ridiculous to boo God Save the Queen when Northern Ireland are playing." They must put their hand on heart. If Scotland were to play England in a World Cup qualifier with winner takes all, is that what they're going to be saying at the end of the game? If Scotland fans were to boo God Save the Queen, is that what you would say?
Well, my sober answer, and I'm sober just now, is I would not boo. But after a few drinks, who knows? But no. Well, see, but I hope I wouldn't boo it.
I just think that, we've got to have a consistent view on this. I just think some people will say one thing at one time, not the same thing, if we were to play England.
Neil, you were saying that you've seen it booed elsewhere. The Welsh boo it, for example.
The Welsh booed it, and whenever the Welsh then came to Windsor Park, their anthem was slightly booed in response. The Northern Ireland fans have a pretty long memory, so the next time Scotland come to Belfast, I'd say Flower of Scotland might get a bit of the whistle treatment. But can I say one thing? Last night, the Northern Ireland fans might have sung God Save the Queen, but they also joined the Corries lead singer. What's his name again? Mr. Brown?
Yeah, Ronnie Brown.
Ronnie Brown, and they sang Flower of Scotland louder than they sang God Save the Queen, given the fact that it's such a good tune.
I thought Sky Sports was out of sync last night. I thought they were booing Flower of Scotland because it's so crap. I thought that's what it was.
Now, Joanne, it was you that made the observation that you don't understand this change between cheering it for the Olympics and then booing it. So how did that hit you?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous to boo someone else's national anthem. I think in principle you should never boo someone else's anthem, even what Rahman was saying, even if it was against England in a World Cup qualifier.
Liar.
Just no, honestly, I mean, be big enough to just stand there and respect it. I think we've been watching the Olympics getting quite emotional when Scots win a medal at the Olympics. The anthem is the British anthem, it's God Save the Queen. So, and I do find that quite emotional. And then when you think if they're playing football, it doesn't matter what sport it is, you should respect the anthem and Scotland is still part of Britain when you get down to it. So you could have that anthem playing for Scotland. We don't. We have Flower of Scotland, which is great. But I think, get a grip.
So a clear opinion, this argument's going to go on. I think the key to this is maybe the point that Stephen made, that sober, he's saying. He's saying he wouldn't boo it. But anyway, that debate's going to continue, and we'd welcome any of your views on the forum. And we'll see you in Scotland Today tonight at 6 o'clock.